What's up, y'all? Hey, I've been intending to do this video for a while. It's a little tip on how I do the doors on the barbecue pits, and it'll work for a lot of stuff, especially doors on those. If you do them the way I do them anyway, just if you're putting a lip on the outside of them, a lot of people put the lip on the inside, but the way I do them, this is a quick little tip that'll help you keep stuff flatter than what it may normally be. So let me show you what I'm doing. I got this 40-inch reverse flow here, and firebox is on the left side because that's the way the guy wanted it. But I'm putting this lip around here and just getting it tacked on before I weld it on there. And a lot of times, you can see how I cut these doors. The sides are completely cut out, both sides. And then across the bottom and the top, every now and then there's a little tab right there. There's a small one there. There's a small one right there. But every now and then there's a little tab right there that's holding those in place. And after I get these put on, the side pieces, I'll come back and cut the little notches out of the bottom, put the lip on there, come back, cut them out of the top, and put the lip on there. And a lot of people like to pull it out all the way before they ever put the lip on, but this is how I do them. So anyway, a lot of times you'll get, when you cut this out right here, this corner, this edge will try to sink down just a little bit on any of the corners. If you're doing a round barbecue pit, it'll probably do the same thing. I mean, I've had some do it, not every time, but that corner right there will sink in some, and I've already did what I'm fixing to show you on that side. And you can almost see it here. I know it's not going to pick it up, but there's a gap in between there. And that gap by itself may not be enough to hurt anything, but I like to try to lift it out as much as I can anyway. And you can kind of see here, you see how that's getting caught? That's because this part is sunk in a little bit. So anyway, what I'm going to do is take a wedge. These are ends that I have cut from drops and stuff like that, where I was cutting a 45 on it or something, and I just keep some around. You can see it's been tacked on a bunch of times. But all I'm going to do is tack that right there, about halfway, about in the middle of the piece where the gap is, right there where the cut is, and cock it up just slightly on the bottom, and put 2 tacks right there on the top side above the cut, and then I'll show you what I'm gonna do next to help raise it out. All right, I got it tacked on there. And then all you do is just drive a screwdriver up under it. That's why you want to leave the bottom side gapped up just a little bit, because if you put it all the way flush, the screwdriver's going to have a hard time getting under it. Make sure you put 2 tacks, because if you just put one, it's most likely going to break off. So 2 little tacks will hold it, and then you can just cut it back off, and those will be up under the other lip. So just a little screwdriver in there, tap it up a little bit until it's pulling it out some. It'll take that gap right on out of there, and then just make sure you got it clamped back or pressing back on it when you tack it. And that, especially if it's going flat on flat like that, that's going to work just about every time. Just some kind of wedge. And like I say, these are just drop pieces off the ends of some 1.5 flat bar. And I keep them around just for that. So anyway, that was just a quick tip on that. Like I say, it'll work with round tanks and stuff like that also. I've done it on those as well. And a lot of times when you need to close the gap, try to think of a wedge or how you can try to put a wedge into it. And really all you need is a 45-degree cutoff on something just to tack it down, and then a screwdriver to bump up under it. So anyway, man, if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.